Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new around here. My name is Hailie and today is a very exciting day. I kind of say that about every single video, but for today, it is truly so exciting. For the longest time, I have outgrown my old bookshelves. I had like two tiny skinny little bookshelves and then I finally got a bigger one that used to be on this wall behind me. I just had books everywhere. It was impossible to find what I was looking for. Things were just stacking up and I had done so many unhauls, but yet there's just so many books that I could not let go. So I was like, it is finally time to expand. And yesterday I actually set them all up. They are fully installed, ready to go, ready to be decorated. I'm also going to give you a little bit of a book collection and bookshelf tour at the end of this video. So I cannot wait. It is a very, very exciting day. The room has opened up. It looks so beautiful. I honestly have no idea how I want to set this up yet because there is so much more room. Like there's no way I can fill these shelves completely, which is kind of nice because I can style them a little bit more with things other than just books. So I'm definitely excited about that. But it's gonna be a little bit of like playing around with things today and just seeing what looks best. And honestly, I am the type of person that will rearrange something 47 million times until I'm happy with it. So this might be an all-day event. I don't know what we're getting into yet. So I'm gonna quit yapping and get started. So here's what I am working with. These are the Billy bookcases from IKEA. They're a really, really good price for such large shelves. Like I said, I do not think I have enough books to fill up every shelf here, which is nice because it gives me a little bit of room to grow and again stylize things a little bit more, give it some personality. These shelves ended up working perfectly along the wall. I have 4 total, as you can see, and they fit amazing. My plan was originally to do built-ins, but I do have commitment issues. So we're gonna see how this looks. There's also been like a lot of really cool DIYs floating around like on TikTok and Instagram of people taking the Billy bookcases and DIYing them into built-ins. I've seen some that I really love and kind of want to attempt to do in the future, like the arched bookshelves. I think those look really cool. So maybe a future project, but for now, I simply cannot think about that. I think my plan of attack here is to start with my favorite books, my favorite series, things like that that I want to display prominently on the shelf and like have a nice position on the shelf. I actually got both of these this week, the Beach Read Special Edition and the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and they both have like the coolest painted pages. Obviously, Emily Henry needs her own shelf. I have 2 copies of each of her books, except for Hello Girls, but I have both the UK covers. I just think they are so much cuter than obviously the US covers. So she can definitely take up a bookshelf in her own. I think it might make more sense to just start placing books and then mess around with everything at the end and kind of tweak it how I like it. So I'm moving on to my next faves.
I wonder if I changed my number, would you wanna know? It's the coldest kind of comfort that we could talk but we don't. We spent summer swimming in a sunset haze, technicolor, crazy how fast it fades. Can't call you up when it's late at night, can't call it love but at least we tried, can't call you a friend when I'm in my head on a downhill.
Okay, coffee break. I'm already so overwhelmed. I put most of my favorite books, if not all of my favorite books, on the shelves so far. I just don't know how I want to display everything, and I have no idea what to do with the very top row and the very bottom. I feel like I want to put the uglier books on the bottom. I really wanted to keep like the same genres together, so like romances, literary fiction, and like thrillers and horror. That's pretty much like the only genres that I read, so you know, pretty easy to separate things. But thrillers are usually like black covers or darker colors, so I feel like one shelf is going to be like dark. The rest of my books are like so light and fluffy for the most part, so I don't know if that will look weird, if I should kind of like spread that out. I don't know. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I still have a ton of books on the floor, but I think I'm just gonna work with what's there right now and then add in the rest after. But anyways, I went to Target yesterday and I've seen a lot of people posting like fun spray can cold foams, and I wanted to try one, and I totally thought that that's what this was when I picked it up, and I was like, ooh, marshmallow, that sounds so fun. It's like pumpkin pie with the pumpkin creamer, the marshmallow cold foam, delicious. No, this is just fully whipped cream, so. But is there that much of a difference between whipped cream and cold foam? I don't. It is really tasty. Now that I'm hopped up on sugar, we can continue. That is good shit. I feel like I have been staring at these shelves for way too long. It is officially driving me insane. I still have quite a few stacks on the floor that I need to figure out where to put, but so far so good. I feel like it is coming along really nicely. But for now, I am taking a little break. I'm gonna come back to it in a little while, maybe even tomorrow, I don't know. But what I feel like it really needs, that I need to start like collecting and getting more of, is little trinkets, because I thought that I had enough from like my old bookshelves and like other areas in the room, but there's just so much space. Hi guys. Okay, I think I am finally at a place where I feel finished. All of the books are officially on the shelf, so there's nothing left. I do have, I think, 3 completely empty shelves, and then a lot of them have like a lot of space to fill, so definitely a lot more room for more books. But also decor, like I need cute, like, I don't know, picture frames, tchotchkes, like I need little things. So that is definitely something that I will have to keep working on, and I'm sure I will continue to tweak the book placement that I have going on right now. But for now, I'm really happy with how it looks. I think it is really cute. I love like walking upstairs and seeing this. It's like one of the first things you see when you come upstairs. And it just, it's so cute. I also swapped out the old rug that I had in here for like this nice green one that you guys have seen in this video. And I'll link it down below because it is very soft, very plush. Before I had like a black and white kind of funky patterned one. And it was a really cool rug. It was a little bit too small for this space, but more importantly, it was like hard. Like I would sit on it and it would hurt my butt. So hated that because I am a girl that just, I want to sit on the floor. So with these bright new shelves, the new rug, everything is feeling cozy. It was also Prime Day yesterday, and I ordered that little dog bed for the corner because previously this chair was in that corner, but I feel like it kind of like blocks things off because it would kind of have to be in front of the staircase banister now. So it does block a little bit of these shelves, but like I said earlier, I put my uglier covers kind of behind this chair, so they're a little hidden. Anyways, I had like a little bit of open space here, and Boba and Aspen always love to come cuddle and hang out when I'm sitting in this room either editing or reading or doing whatever, so it's kind of a cozy little spot for them now. So I will give you guys the overview of how the shelves look, a little mini bookshelf tour. You guys can let me know what you think. Most full shelves is definitely like this romance shelving unit, and then the thrillers over here. And you can kind of see what I mean by the books being a little bit hidden. So we'll start with this shelf. I think this one is actually the one that is the least full. And I also don't know if I want the YouTube plaque to stay here because the frame is a little bit too large. So maybe if I get a different frame. At the very top of this shelf, I have my memoirs and like self-helpy books. Books that I just feel like kind of fit into that category, like the glossy book about Glossier, The Genius of Judy. This is not an actual memoir, but it does talk about Judy Blume's life. Actually, these three are the only real memoirs that I have up there. Paris Hilton, hers was really good. It was very, very interesting. And then Pamela Anderson's memoir, which I did get the signed version at Barnes & Noble. Very cute. Actually, I think the Paris Hilton one is signed too. It is. Every shelf has a little bit of a theme, and this one is more literary fiction, but also just like cool girl vibes, either in the cover, the story, the author. So of course I have Dolly Alderton up here. I love that woman. She is such a beautiful writer, and I love those books each so much. A lot of like heartbreaking, sad stories on this shelf, and stories that just meant a lot to me. This shelf in particular has a lot of tearjerkers. These are a couple of my favorites from this particular shelf. Happy Hour was a very fun like coming of age story. It's a very quick short read. A lot about like self-discovery and making it happen in New York. It's very fun. Better by Far is a lot less fun. This is a heartbreaking story about a breakup, and this one, it'll put you through it. Of course, Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mellors. I also have Blue Sisters over here. She really is the queen of cool covers, but this one, Cleopatra and Frankenstein's cover, is my all-time favorite. Thirst for Salt is another one that I really enjoyed. There is like a subcategory on this shelf that's like artsy sad girl main characters, and this one definitely falls into that. One's about an age gap relationship and then later a breakup, and it's a sad read. I love a sad book. This shelf is dedicated to like those awkwardly short hardcovers. And this is actually the last shelf of this unit. The Wedding People is my favorite book on this shelf. Next, we kind of have like a little rom-com shelf. This very top shelf is more focused on like summery rom-coms. I have a lot of Beth O'Leary, Christina Lauren, some very quintessential summer reads like Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan, Summer Swap, and my favorite, Mary Jane. I also have some astrology books, more like decorative astrology books stacked, and then my little Taurus candle. And of course, the main event on this shelf is the Emily Henry bookshelf. And like I said, I have quite a few copies of each one. Not quite a few, that's aggressive. I have like 2 copies of each Emily Henry book. And now I officially have 3 copies of Beach Read. I love how this shelf turned out. I do want to swap the plant here. This is like a little faux plant. I think I want to do a real plant and then like a fun planter, because like the plain white, it just blends into the shelves. I want something a little funky, bright. This shelf has a lot of my hardcover rom-coms and my little stack of Carly Fortune books. I love Carly Fortune. I love these books so much. And then I added my little strawberry succulent. It is obviously a faux plant. This is from Target. This is from like the $5 section. It still has the tag. Adorbs. Below that, I have my Lynn Painter books. Lynn Painter is another favorite of mine. This camera is probably not here to stay, but I need something to kind of hold these books up. Obviously, this shelf has a lot of empty space, so I don't really know what I want to do here yet. I love these 2 just for the cutie little pages. These 2 are my 2 favorite Lynn Painter books. This is her adult novel, so it's a little bit more spicy. Really, really fun. Better Than the Movies is a YA, and it is just the sweetest thing. There are so many amazing rom-com movie references in here. Next shelf is like romance paperbacks. Majority of these are actually unread. Like the only ones I think I've read is Love in the Time of Serial Killers, The 7-Year Slip. I think that's it. And the very bottom shelf is just a couple hardcover books. These are all Book of the Month books, I think. You Again is my favorite on this shelf, and one thing I am trying to do is replace some of my hardcover copies, specifically romance. I don't know why, but I prefer romances to be in paperback, so I would love to trade this in for its paperback version. That is one thing I am working on. This shelf is a little bit of literary fiction, a little bit of romance. At the very top, I have the special edition 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It is so beautiful. And I have a few other Taylor Jenkins Reid books up there above that shelf, and then the next shelf where I have my Magnolia Parks books are very empty. So I don't know what I want to put next to them quite yet. On the next shelf, I have my little stacks of Amy Leah books, as well as this bookish love story candle. And Amy Leah actually sent me this copy of X's and O and Woke Up Like This. I framed her cute little note here because I thought that was just such a cool thing. Really the sweetest thing ever. I cherish this so much, so obviously this had to have a nice little spot on my shelves. And next to my Amy Leah books, I have my books by Ali Hazelwood, and this is another one that I'm talking about where I kind of want to swap out my hardcover copy of Love on the Brain and swap it with a paperback so that it just matches up a little bit nicer. This next shelf is dedicated to my pink books. I just love how this one looks, especially with this pink bookend. This bookend actually came in a set from Target. It came along with this one, which you guys saw earlier. I like that this one has some storage. So in here I have some highlighters, and then my pink YSL lipsticks. These are actually some of my favorite lipsticks, and the tube is just so pretty. Here we have a lot of literary fiction. This is my newest edition. I'm so excited about this. This is the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. This very last shelf has a little crate of Christmas books. I think these two are actually just like more winter themed books, not necessarily Christmas, but I thought they matched the vibe. I am a really big fan of Jenny Bayliss books for Christmas. This one I actually just picked up. This is her newest release. I have such a soft spot for Christmas books, but these two are some more faves. If you have not read One Day in December, please, please read it. It is the best. Both of these actually made me cry quite a bit, but Love, Holly was also a really, really amazing read. Finally, getting to the last bookshelf. This is all like thrillers, but up top here I have all of my thrillers with like black spines. My Holly Jackson books are together. This one is more thrillers with colorful spines. I love how these look. This shelf has some of my favorite thriller writers grouped together. So we have Alice Feeney, Ruth Ware, Riley Sager, Stacey Willingham, and some Lisa Jewell. And below that is more of like a random selection of thrillers. These are obviously my Megan Miranda books. I read this one pretty recently and it was spooky. I would definitely suggest this for like a October read. It was very creepy, had me on the edge of my seat. And then we have the very bottom shelf, which is slightly obscured by my chair, and I don't love like these dark red covers, so this kind of hides them. That is my bookshelf tour so far. You guys will have to let me know what you think, and also if you have any suggestions for what to do with these emptier shelves besides more books, obviously. It definitely makes me feel really excited to be able to go on a shopping spree for books again and not feel guilty about it, because obviously we need more. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me. I am so happy with how everything has turned out so far, but I will talk to you again very soon. Bye!